I was going to
All
say
right,
to the black business owners, the entrepreneurs, is one of the things that we'll do to each other is compete against each other.
Right.
What do you mean compete? I think it's okay to compete.
Well, if you start a business like he has a clothing store, he might hire somebody to work in that clothing store, and they'll go start a clothing store right next door.
Well,
that happens so much in our community. It's a competition. It's like
that's bad.
I want to be the king. It's always I need to be on top.
Bad. How could that be bad? Competition drives perfection.
I have that.
And you know what? If you have a clothing store, then you're going to bring people to the neighborhood. I'm going to bring people to the neighborhood, and it becomes...
Not if it's the exact same clothing
Nobody
store.
can have the exact same thing. You see that? I don't see that.
I've seen it. I've started businesses, and I've brought people on my team, and then they'll go start the exact same thing on the same night, same time. We tend to do that to each other. I'm like, why did you do that?
It's
why?
called economic hatred. I think part of that is we lost a sense of who we are because we're cooperative people.
Cooperative.
Right. I mean, it's not that competition doesn't have its place, but to the detriment of one another,
we
where
can't
it becomes problematic because that's the Eurocentric model. It's all for the individual, whereas we're collective people. So if we're not supporting our businesses instead of competing against them, it's a form of economic suicide. My parents are a prime example of that. Long story short, in Evanston, they had a business, a corner store right on Church and Dodge in the black community, selling, had a meat market and a convenience store. Across the street, a Greek gentleman, a classmate of my father's, opened up the same kind of store. And in 2 years, my parents' business.
Now I could see that when you have big businesses coming and shut down, but two black businesses with the same economic status competing against each other. I don't know how one will run the other out.
It's a mindset. And let me tell you what happened. Walgreens is across the street from CVS,
right?
And they still selling drugs and they ain't arguing with each other.
That's right.
McDonald's is across from Burger King and they not arguing. So the drug men are arguing for people.
Is across from Shell.
So why we in the drug game acting like we ain't got enough business and people to share with that we got to be going against each other when it's enough for all of us?
I don't see it as going against each other. Man, you got a difference on this.
Yeah,
we got to go to some calls though because.